Okay, so we are going live a little bit early. What time is it? So we're going live about 7 minutes early. I'm not sure who's here yet or if anybody is here yet. Oh, my goodness. Oh. So, I don't know about y'all, but I am tired. I have taken a lot of time over this quarantine to try to do things that have bettered myself. Hi, TJ. Hi, Brittany. Hi, Angel. So, with the kids being at home and me not having to leave to go pick them up. Hi, Christine. Hi, Jonathan. I've had a little bit more time. Hi, The Sticks Boutique. Hi, Kanisha. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Haley. Hi, Mary. Hi, Shirley. So, I've been working out a lot more, doing at least an hour a day on the treadmill as much as possible. Hi, John. Hi, Linda. Cooking at home a lot more. You know, as y'all know, hi, Malie. Hi, Jackie. But as y'all know, I have had issues with, hi, Danny. Or Millie, sorry. I've had issues with my metabolism being messed up after being on all the different medicines for my fibromyalgia. So I'm still trying to build it back up. Hi, Cookie. Hi, Mary. Hi, Julius. So with that being said, I'm trying to do what I can to better myself with having a little bit more time. I'm not sure how everybody else is doing. So I've been working out, trying to be on the treadmill at least an hour a day. Caden's graduation, or at least for the school year, has been canceled. I talked about that before, that the rest of our school year has been canceled. They have 3 separate dates that could possibly go for Caden's graduation. Oh, I'm tired of it too, Linda. I did my eyebrows myself. They're not the best, but they're better than what they were. That is one thing I'm looking forward to, is going to get my eyebrows done and getting back into CrossFit, because at home I can do cardio all day long, but doing actual weight training, I mean, I'm still doing like squats and stuff like that. I don't have weights at home to do weight training. But yeah, I mean, a lot of this being at home for myself personally, you know, yes, I'm still working because I'm still filming. We're still shipping out orders, all that kind of stuff. But I have a little bit more time. You would think, or at least for me, you would think that going and picking up the kids and stuff from school wouldn't take that long. But really, it was at least, hi Autumn, an hour, if not more, every single day out of the day to go through and pick up both the boys. One from middle school, one from high school. That is a lot of time out of the day. So that gives me a little bit more time. There was time that being, you know, hi Denise, so useless it feels like a lot of times. But it's still a stressful situation. Hi Christy. It's pretty here today. I'm sorry if the air conditioner's loud, but as I said, it's hot. It's Southeast Texas. We are in the midst of summer. So, yeah, I mean, hi Heather. But yeah, that's kind of where we are. And where I'm at and all that kind of stuff. I'm ready for this to be over with, but I don't want things to go back too quickly and people get sick, which I think is a common thought amongst people, is we want things to go back to normal, but I don't want people to get sick. Just busy. Trying to do things to fill the time, but I mean, I know I'm not the only person, but like this weekend, everybody in my household was driving me insane. Well, Autumn, our state, Texas, they've opened up partially. They've opened up, like, the state parks are already open, and then all businesses that are non-essential on Friday the 24th, they can open up if you can do delivery or curbside. So you can't have a gathering of people in the stores. So it's a little bit different. We'll see how it goes. We're kind of keeping an eye on everything because, as I said, unless we can have gatherings, Caden's graduation, I mean, as I said, we've got dates for it in May and June and July, so hopefully we'll be able to do it, but if not, we'll be okay. One of the things that drive me nuts, and maybe this is going to sound like a pity party, or, you know, maybe I'm taking offense to things, but I have seen, hi Latrina, parents post about how this is your kindergarten year, or how this is your 8th grade year, that we know you're not high school seniors, or we know you're not graduating something, but this was an important year for you too. Yes, I get that it's an important year, but it's not the same kind of thing when you're talking about high school seniors and college seniors who've missed almost all of the last semester of school. They're missing sports, prom, formals, dances, all that kind of things. People will be moving off to new places after this, and these kids didn't get a chance to say goodbye, or adults. So to me, it feels a little wrong when people are using it for like kindergarten or 8th grade or just any of the other milestone years, because guess what, your kindergarten will get to see their friends in September or August, hopefully. Your 8th grader will get to see their friends in September or August whenever school goes back. Some of these kids won't get to see, if you're graduating high school and someone's moving off to go to college in Alaska, you may never see them again. You know what I'm saying? Or college, if they're finishing and they've got a job on the other side of the country or even the other side of the world, they may never see each other again. It's a big, big difference. Well, and yeah, I mean, this is my place to kind of vent my frustrations, because I was talking to my husband about it yesterday. I was like, I was so irritated because I kept seeing it all over Facebook, and I was like, why? It's a whole different ballgame when you're talking about, and like, for Caden, my child, he's not even as affected by it as other kids, his peer group that are in school, because, you know, with his Asperger's, he doesn't have a whole big group of friends and things like that. So for him, it's just it's a longer summer. Now, do I think that the change in routine is affecting him? Because he's used to getting up and going to school every day, and he's been irritable. We've all been irritable, let's face it. My whole family has. I don't know about y'all's, but I wanted to murder everyone in my family this weekend. And maybe that's why I'm taking more of offense to things that I'm seeing like on Facebook. It's just because I'm done. You know, and I'm sure y'all are like this too, but it's like, I'm trying to explain it to my husband. He was home he had like an extra couple of days on the weekend, and he was like, let's go do, like, we went and hiked while he was off. I'm like, you don't get it. I love y'all. I love all of you. But y'all are the only people that I'm seeing other than on social media, and that doesn't count. And it's been a long time. And I can't go and get away from my kids like I normally do. Like if I wanted to go shopping at Target and just go waste a few hours, or go to the mall, or go to Ulta, my happy place, or Sephora, and just go and shop for makeup. I can't go do that. Like, I can surf it on the web, but that doesn't make my kids hush in the background. That doesn't make the dogs stop. You know what I'm saying? I think that's kind of where everybody's at this point. It's like, you know, and don't get me wrong, my family's great. We get along, for the most part, extremely well. We spend most of our time together. And it was just something about this weekend. Yeah, you just need a little bit of something, a little bit of time to yourself. Because, you know, as I said, I get, during the day, the boys are typically at school, Nadia's at work, Jeremy's at work, so I'm at the house until I go to the shop to do anything. And even when we are getting out, like when we went and hunt, we're still doing it together as a family. And going grocery shopping right now is not a reprieve from anything, because going grocery shopping, nobody's following the 6-foot rule or anything like that, so it makes me so anxious being in a group like that. Like, so then it's that I mean, and that's the thing about it, is for me, you know me, y'all, or at least hopefully y'all know how I am, that I'm going to be honest about how I'm feeling, and lives is a great way. This is how I vent and let you know what's going on and how I feel. But yeah, no, at this point, it's been going on for so long. I'm like, please. Well, Kelly, I'm guessing you just joined because I'm venting like crazy. I don't know. I just need... Yes, grocery shopping is terrible. You're the only one left in your house, Kim? I'm sorry about that. I think that would... I don't know. I don't know. Which is worse? I think it'd be worse to be alone. Hi, April. Maybe I'm just thinking about that weirdly, but I mean, as much as my family's driving me crazy right now, I mean, and don't get me wrong, but I don't think I would want to be by myself all the time. And it's crazy because you don't know which way is up. Hi, Robin. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Mary. That's terrible. I couldn't imagine being alone through all this. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm just venting my frustrations. I love my family. And y'all know, even before all this, we spend 90% of our time together. But at least, you know, sometimes you need a little bit of a break away from people. And it's not like I really talk to anybody outside of my group, like my family, on a regular basis. It's just, yeah. Well, and see, and like my husband, he works at a credit union, so they're around banks. I don't know if he's at any more risk or not because of things. It's just scary that he's there all the time, and I'm not. And because, you know, Jonathan, my favorite are Bella and Canvas. I also like Chultex brand, so it just kind of depends on what you're looking for. You've got to figure out what brand of t-shirts you like the best. But yeah, I mean, we're taking it one day at a time. So yeah, I'm not sure what's going to happen, how things are going to go. We're just, as I said, taking it one day at a time, trying to do what we can. And like, yeah, not getting any time alone is terrible. See, Kanisha, prison, like, being a prison guard or anything like that, that's a scary... Oh, I'm glad you got him, Jonathan. That, for your husband to be a prison guard, like, I watch lots of documentaries, and what those poor guards and things like that have to go through, I can't even imagine. I'd be scared all the time. Just like if my husband were a police officer or a fireman, or, I mean, there are some truly scary jobs out there, so I'll definitely be praying for your husband. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of where we're at on everything. It's just, I don't know. I just needed to vent, I think. As I said, I've said this, I feel like I'm kind of going a little crazy. See, we don't have a pool. I wish we had a pool. Next house we buy will have a pool. But yeah, and there's a lot of jobs, Kenesha, that people don't even realize that are needed, like, that get overlooked. Yeah, sometimes venting is good. It's just like letting everybody know, hey, I'm okay. But I did do, my husband is staying at his store. We've had a few attempted break-ins, large window cracked. For it to be replaced. He's a doctor. Well, hopefully they'll get everything taken care of. I don't know what's going to happen. Our area, we've only had, in Jefferson County, I think like 12 cases. So we're okay. Well, and see, Christy, I like to go walk, but we live off of a highway, so that's a no-go for me. And in our area, like the parks and stuff like that, people are everywhere. See, Kim, and I remember like when my husband was in the Navy, and it would be like me and the kids. And now, you know, thinking back, I remember being stir crazy like this before. It was bad. Like whenever he would be out on the boat when we lived in California and there was no one, like we didn't have any family around. And it was like me, I thought I was going to go nuts. Dealing with, because Caden was a year or two at that time period, and it was before Nadia lived with us, and so it was just me and Caden all the time. And yeah, pretty bad. I just looked at myself when I was making that face because I didn't realize I made that face. I look like an angry frog. No, I didn't watch the sing-along the other night, Jonathan. I'm hoping they'll add it to like Disney Plus soon. We don't have cable. In our house, we have, we cut the cord, like a lot of families have. So we just stream TV. Thank you, Christy. Well, hopefully you'll start to feel better, Danny. Go get you some rest. But yeah, we cut the cord a long time ago, and that was one of the best decisions we ever made, because used to, I mean, we still have to pay for internet, but we were spending like, what was it, for internet and cable and DVRs and stuff like that, I think we were spending like $250 a month. Thank you, Danny. Get you some rest. We are going to do some fun tutorials this week, so be on the lookout for them. But we had, yeah, I think it was like $250 for cable and internet with DVRs. So it was pretty expensive. And then Jeremy got laid off. This was before we started cutting corners. And I was like, okay, we need to cut down on bills because this is just ridiculous. There's no point in spending that kind of money. And even at that point when we were spending it, the boys and Nadia would pretty much only watch Netflix. So we were already paying for Amazon Prime a year. So what we went ahead and did is we signed up for, well, we had Netflix, Amazon Prime, we have Hulu, Disney Plus, and Apple TV. Yeah, see, Autumn, I won't go back to having cable. And it's like I tell my mother and father-in-law, they're finally cutting the cord. I'm like, if I want to watch a show, like on HBO, I'll subscribe to HBO for the time period that the season's going and then delete it. Because whenever you're paying for cable or satellite, you're in a contract. It's very hard to get rid of channels. And then, like, or like right now, I just subscribed to CBS Plus or CBS all. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Sheila. I can only imagine because you can't go up to the nursing homes and it's running rampant in nursing homes. I'm very, very sorry to hear that. We will be praying for you and yours as well because I can't imagine. Yeah, see, and my mother and father-in-law, they're finally figuring out how to cut the cord. But it's like I was telling them, one, if I can't subscribe to a channel and there's a show I'm interested in, like, because, like, we just signed up for CBS All Access, and we'll keep that because we signed up so I could watch Picard. You may not know this, I am a big Star Trek nerd. Love Star Trek. Love it, love it, love it. Not the one with William Shatner. Just he was never a good captain, but like I love Star Trek, The Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Discovery. There are so many. The Enterprise. I mean, like every version of it. Next Generation's my favorite, Jonathan. Captain Jean-Luc Picard is my favorite captain of all times. So, we signed up because I wanted to watch Picard. So that one's like $10 a month. And then once I'm through with the season, oh, good night, Haley. Tomorrow's going to be a great day. What, Julius? That is not tricky blasphemy. Some people are allowed not to like. Yes, Picard is so good. But yeah, William Shatner is not my favorite. Captain Kirk is just not good. Well, if I didn't have to pay for it, we'd probably have it in the house, Kelly, so I can understand that completely. But streaming services are so good. I mean, that's what I like. And then you can pick and choose. Okay, Julius, I was fixing to say, anybody who likes, I can't be friends with you if you like Captain Kirk more than you like Jean-Luc Picard. Even the new Star Trek movies that have Chris Pine, who is adorably cute as Captain Kirk, still does not stand up to Jean-Luc. I don't know what it is. And he's like, actually, he's an admiral now. If you watch Picard. It is so good. But, so we binged that. I'm watching Evil right now, which is like a kind of a Catholic style show over, oh yes, Kelly, Star Trek doesn't go away. They always have different iterations of it. Now, if it's as popular at all points, no. But I love me some Star Trek. And okay, so The Next Generation, which is the one that had Captain Picard in it, started in 1986. Now, I'm a trivia nerd, so some people may not know that. So I was only 3 years old when it started. Well, go finish dinner, Kanisha. It was good to talk to you. Yeah, Captain Kirk's a little creepy to me. Sorry, not sorry. But I was only 3 years old whenever Star Trek started. So I didn't watch a lot of it live. But whenever I was probably 7, 8 years old, they would show it as reruns and stuff or late at night. I have never been to a Star Trek convention, but it sounds like fun. We've talked about doing Comic-Cons and stuff like that, because I'm a big, not really a comic book nerd, but I'm a fandom nerd for certain things. Like, I was talking about it, you know, but that's where my love of Star Trek came in. It's like I would catch it, it would come on, I think it was like after Saturday Night Live or something. So awesome. And then we watched Deep Space Nine, and I got into all of them. And typically, I'm not a sci-fi person, but I do love Star Trek. Oh yeah, Kelly, they've got more. So they've got Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Discovery, the Enterprise. The Enterprise, I can't remember the captain's name, but he was the same guy that was on the show Quantum Leap. Do y'all remember that show? I used to watch that one. I like weird stuff. I like scary and I like weird. But I don't like, oh, good, Jonathan. I will check that out whenever I go back in the house, or back into the other part of my house. Yes, Scott Bakula. Yeah, that's the guy. The younger guy, not the older guy. I have no idea. But yeah, no, I've never watched Archer. But yeah, no, I like stuff like that. But I was talking about it with Caden the other day, because like Star Trek, I love. Star Wars, not really a fan of. Like, there are certain aspects of Star Wars that I like. Like, I love the creatures, the Ewoks and Yoda and Chewbacca and all the different types of aliens in it are awesome. Love the environment. Don't like most of the characters. Luke and Leia, like, I'm not a soap opera person, and that's what Star Wars is. And every iteration of it is like the same story told over and over. Now, I can understand like the newer movies, like I love the special effects and things like that they didn't think that they're awesome. But just not a Star Wars fan. But Star Wars Land at Disney, awesome. The rides at Disney, awesome. I like the immersion factor. I'm just not a fan of most of the characters. Like, I'm sorry. How many times do you need to, you know, like, I don't know. It's just not my thing. But I am like a fandom person as far as like, we love comic book movies. I won't read a comic book. I would much rather a book with words. And now I get that comic books have like words in them, but I'm not like, I don't want to see pictures in my books. And that is just because I have a very visual imagination. Oh, I couldn't even imagine, Kim. That would scare me, to see Disneyland dark at night. And we're going to plan to go next June, not this June, but June 2021, because that's what Caden wanted to do for his graduation. And we were going to do Disneyland, but now we're going to make it a huge Disney World trip. But typically you can book this far out, but now we can't even book for June 2021 yet. Because I wanted to start getting a plan together for it, picking hotels and all that kind of stuff, because as I said, I want to make it special for Caden. I want it to be, sorry, I gotta put some back. Anytime I'm over here and I see like, because where I sit when I'm doing these lives to get good. Aw, that's so cute, Pam. That's adorable. Cameron's a huge Potterhead. Harry Potter. We love Harry Potter. Love Harry Potter. Harry Potter is awesome. But Cameron also is hi Sassy Beach, a huge Percy Jackson fan. But as I said, I like the superhero movies, but I am not a fan of comic books. I like to imagine my stories myself. I don't want to see pictures. But if they were like written out in just as words, I think I would get better. Okay, so the one in Florida is Disney World. My favorite superhero, let's see. I probably, honestly, I like the villains more. My favorites are Poison Ivy. But I think if I had to choose, Wonder Woman and Captain Marvel are two of my favorites. I love Captain America. But it depends on who plays him. But yeah, I like the villains. Like, yeah, Maleficent, she's awesome. Ursula, I love Ursula. Ursula is one of the best villains of all times. But she was based on the drag queen Divine, and I adore drag queens. Love drag queens. You may not know this about me. It may seem a little odd, but I love drag queens. I've had several friends that are drag queens, And like, I love to watch RuPaul's Drag Race. I'm glad April. I like to do stuff like that. That's just kind of fun and easy, you know, where you're not sitting there doing design work. It's more just, hey, here's the file, go ahead and cut it and let's play. It doesn't always have to be a full-blown tutorial. I like to play. It's so funny. I have drag queen makeup is a whole nother ball game. I've helped several do their makeup. It's crazy. Gluing down your eyebrows. It is some, like, if I could get away with it, like, I wouldn't glue my eyebrows down because my hair is too thick and I can see it. Oh, Kim, don't worry. They're not prettier than you, honey. Every woman or man dressed as a woman is gorgeous. Makeup's just fun. And that's part of it, is drag queens. Oh, that's awesome, Jonathan. I would like to see a picture of them. I have some Maleficent ears. Where are they? The purple ones. Hold on, you can't really see them. The purple ones next to the, between the dot ones and this, that's Cinderella's castle right there. The purple ones with the black bow, those are Maleficent ears. As I said, I love. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying, Christy. All women, drag queens or not, whoever, beautiful inside and out. I think with drag queens, the fun thing about drag queens are they will experiment a whole lot more. You know, myself personally, I've always loved colorful makeup. But when I was younger, I'm glad you were able to come on, Brianna. I wouldn't mess, like, I would play with colorful makeup, but it was always washed out and very light and not dramatic. And now at my age, I don't care. If I want to rock a hot pink eye like I did yesterday, I'll do it. Some days I want natural. And because it's like I told my husband, I love you. I love you to death. But I don't wear makeup for you. I wear makeup because I like makeup. I like to play with makeup. I like the fun of makeup. And that is good. You know, and those are the kinds of things I try to teach my daughter too, and my boys. Don't do something because someone expects you to do it or wants you to do it. I haven't seen that. Let's see. I watched AJ and the Queen, which had RuPaul in it. That was an adorable sitcom, and they canceled it, and that breaks my heart. But I also love the show Dragula, which is kind of like RuPaul's Drag Race, but it is much more underground, and so it's really it's by the Boulet brothers, so it's kind of dark, kind of cool. See, and I just love makeup. And see, one of the things I like to do whenever, like, it's crazy and the kids are driving me insane, I like to come in here and I like to grab an eyeshadow palette, let's say just any eyeshadow palette, and I like to sit here and rub my finger in it, get eyeshadow, and swatch it. There is nothing more satisfying. You love makeup but it looks like a rainbow when you get done? Hey, it's okay to look like a rainbow. If you haven't noticed, I like looking like a rainbow. There's nothing wrong with being colorful. But that is, and you know, a lot of people are, you're crazy for having the amount of money that you do in makeup. But makeup brings me enjoyment. It doesn't even matter if I'm putting it on my face. I can sit here and just pull out palettes and look at them and it makes me happy. I can pull out palettes and just rub the color on my skin. And I'm like, ooh, that's so pretty. Well, and there are certain things that I like more than others. Like my lip colors, 99% of them are nude colors. I'm not very adventurous with lips. My lips are not my favorite feature on my face. I have a big bottom lip, no top lip, you know. Foundation, you know, foundation is a must, but it's boring. It's no fun. I like color products. Like, I like playing with, see, and I mean, painting to me isn't super relaxing. It's really not. But this is. Well, thank you, Christy. And part of it is, it's the only reason I got good at it is because I play with it. And if you haven't noticed, if you go back and look at old videos, some of my looks are crazy, but I don't care. You know, if you don't want to watch it, if you don't like the way that I look, don't watch it. I don't do it for anybody else besides me. And what I try to put out for tutorials and stuff like that is second to what I look like. You know what I'm saying? Like, what I look like shouldn't have an effect on whether you watch a video on a tutorial or not. Well, and see, Kim, I think that's great. I mean, like, I have a ton of craft supplies. And, but that's work to me. Well, Kelly, you should try to find one that's close to your skin tone and type. You want it to blend. And typically the best place to check to see how it blends is if you test it, you know, swatching it from here to here. But you can always make, if your foundation's a little light, it's a lot easier to work with a lighter foundation than it is a darker foundation. Yeah, I did one earlier because I did a Sephora haul because I haven't shopped really. And it was VIP Rouge sale, and I was like, yep, there's been things on my list that I wanted to try, so we're gonna order them now. But I love to read. I'm not just all about makeup. I like to read. I like to exercise. I like to cook. I like to eat. Oh, that's so sweet, Autumn. And makeup at 12 years old, that is, at that age, every girl wants to wear makeup, and then they realize how much of a hassle it is to do it. But, you know, eyeshadows are always fun. Light foundations, like if she wants something like that. Oh, I see, I have a Kindle, Autumn, but I use my phone more for downloading my books. And I love to read, and I'm a fast reader. Would love to watch movies. So, I mean, I'm trivia, Monopoly. Like we did during the first part of the quarantine. I haven't done any more because I want to go to Barnes & Noble and get more. We did a Disney puzzle. It was 1,500 piece puzzle. It took us 4 days to do it. Turned out awesome though. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of how we are in this family. What kind of reading do I do, Julius? I like books that deal with like supernatural stuff, vampires, witches, werewolves, that type of thing. But I'm really into creepy stuff. I love horror books like Stephen King and Dean Koontz. I love a good mystery. And then I actually like a lot of young adult YA literature that is yes, learning somewhere. Like I'm self-taught on makeup, but yeah, I also like a lot of YA literature like Harry Potter, Percy Jackson, those types of things, because I like those easy reads. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you just want that good reading app. I use Kindle. See, I talk a lot. I talk a whole lot. Oh, I should get off. No, I haven't read the Dean Koontz Frankenstein collection. I need to check that out. I just picked up a new book by an author, and I can't remember the name, but it's supposed to be like, if you like Stephen King, you'll like this. So I'll have to see, because love me some Stephen King. Love Stephen King. I just wished his books translated to the screen better, because they never do. Like, his books are awesome, and then most of the stuff that's made that is based off Stephen King freaking is terrible. But I guess let me let y'all go. I've been on here for like 40 minutes and I need to go finish cooking dinner. So remember, we're going to do a 3D tutorial, text tutorial tomorrow for CorelDRAW, but we will have the file available for our Patreons if you don't want to design it. But I guess that's it. Oh, don't forget, Deco Film Soft Metallics are on sale this week. $4.95 for regular colors and $5.95 for prints. They're 12 by 19 inch sheets. But I guess that's it. So we shall see y'all tomorrow. Bye.